been a few weeks, but we're back, and tonight, Hey Shvat is the yard site of the Sfas Emes, the Ger Rebbe, Reb Aryeh Leib Alter. I had the zechus once of sitting in his base medrash in Ger in Poland. What an amazing opportunity. The Sfas Emes was a great Rebbe, and he had two sons. And one day he asked one of his relatives to take his two sons to the big city, Warsaw. They lived in Gur. Gur is about 40 or 50 kilometers from Warsaw, and he said, there's a very special man there who I want my sons to get a bracha from. Would you mind, when you go to Warsaw, taking my sons with you so they can meet this special man? And his relative was very intrigued and interested. Who is this special man who the Sfas Emes wants his sons to get a bracha from? He must be a big tzaddik. He must be a Rosh Yeshiva. He must be a big Talmud Chacham. Who is this special person? So when they got to Warsaw, the Sfas Emes, his relative and his two sons, they asked around. They said, anybody know who this person is? And somebody said, oh, I think I know who he is. Maybe he lives over here. And then that person said, I think he lives over there. And finally they found him. They were very surprised because he was just a very simple man. He wasn't a big famous rabbi. He didn't seem to be the greatest tzaddik in the world. In fact, he lived in a very simple house. He wore very simple clothing. He had a regular, simple job. Not so many people knew who he was. And the Sfas Emes had sent his sons to get a bracha from this man. And they said to the man, can you give these two boys, the sons of the Sfas Emes, a bracha? And the man said, who am I to give a bracha to the children of the Sfas Emes? And the relative said, the Sfas Emes sent us here, please give a bracha. And he said, I'm not going to disobey the Sfas Emes, I'll give them a bracha. But I don't know what I've done so special. He gave them a bracha, and they went home. The relative and the son said to the Sfas Emes, Tati, what was so special about this man? He just seemed like a regular man. He just seemed like a simple Jew. How come you sent us all the way to Warsaw? Avi, come. How come you sent us all the way to Warsaw to get a bracha from this man? What was so special about him? And the Sfas Emes said, I'll tell you. The Sfas Emes said, this man had a baby boy. And he was making a bris for his baby boy. But he didn't have enough money to buy food, to make a suda, to invite his friends, to have a meal, a suda's mitzvah, to celebrate the bris. Right? When we make a bris, usually we make some bagels and orange juice and coffee. The Dunkin' Donuts in Warsaw wasn't so cheap. He couldn't afford to get food and drink for his family and friends to celebrate the bris. So this special man, this simple Jew who was making a bris for his son, sold his linens, sold the sheets off his bed. He slept on the bare mattress so that he could buy some food to make a sudas mitzvah to celebrate the bris milah of his son with his family and friends. And the Sfas Emes said, because the Sfas Emes understood and had special connections and was able to have insight into this, he said, I understood. I got some message. I had some Ruach HaKodesh. And when this man sold his linen, slept on the bare mattress so that he could make a sudas mitzvah for his son's bris, that Hashem was so happy. That Hashem gave this man, this simple Jew, this poor man, this regular person, a special koach, a special power to be able to give a bracha, and that it should come true. And when I heard that, I said to my sons, you need to go to Warsaw. Not to the greatest Rosh Yeshiva, not to the wealthiest man, not to the person who gives the most tzedakah, not to the person who davens the longest, but to the simple Jew who sold his linens so that he could celebrate the bris milah of his son with his family and friends and ask him for a bracha. Because a simple Jew sacrificing something to do a simple mitzvah and to do it with his friends and to do it with simcha and to do it with enjoyment, that is the holiest mitzvah of all. Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.